My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are asking what is your person's thoughts and feelings for you at this time. Now, as you can see, I am in a different spot, different place, whatever you want to call it. I am actually back home by my parents' house. I kind of made a snap decision. I mean, some of you guys might have noticed I was kind of MIA for the past week. I kind of made a snap decision to move back home because of like the growing US military presence in my home country or around my home country, Trinidad and Tobago, and the wider Caribbean. And I just don't know. And I guess nobody knows what's going to happen. Everything is so fluid, but I didn't want something to happen and me be cut off from the rest of my family. So I moved back home to Tobago, which is the sister island. It's Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm usually in Trinidad, but I moved back home to Tobago to make sure that whatever's going to happen, I'm going to be with my parents. So I'm here indefinitely. I will revisit my decision in the new year, but for now, this is where I'll be. I may go across. I have a couple conferences I have to go across for, so you might see me recording maybe 1 or 2 days over there. But this is basically where I'm going to be, and I'll try to optimize the space with time. Get across my crystals and my other decks and all of that, but I don't want to encroach my mom's space too much. All right. Anyway, let's get into today's reading. So, this is the energy generally, and we have moonlight, and it was such a massive, beautiful beaver moon. And what I enjoy about being home is that we have a shower outside for, like, when we go to the pool or when we go to the beach. And I was able to bathe outside in the moonlight for the past 4 days, so I feel incredible. But they might have been also been staring at the moon, and from this position it feels like I think they might be really self-protective of themselves at this time. I think they too might be stepping into that energy of the unknown, like what's going to happen, and maybe that kind of anxiety or insecurity comes with that, because Luna has often been, connected to our mental health. And anyone working at a school, in a hospital, in a jail, any institution like that, when the moon comes out, you know that everybody acts up, right? So maybe there's some sort of issue that might be coming to the fore with that. I mean, you can tell me in the comments, right? But it's the moon definitely has an impact upon that. I mean, science proves it, and and traditional knowledge has always known it. Okay, so anyways, let's see the energy generally. But I feel like they're feeling the moon's energy really strongly at this time. We have unexpected visitors. Okay, so the other thing that comes with the moon is a lot of psychic dreams. Some of them are effing weird, and I tapped into some really shitty stuff this time around. But it feels like they might have had some paranormal encounters. Now, it could be that they have had persons coming to talk to them uninvited. So it could be that. So when I clarify, we're going to find out. But I feel like the moon has really opened their consciousness, and really kind of opened them up to their psychic experiences, and there might be messages that are coming through at this time. So I will clarify, and let's see the energy towards you generally. That deck is kind of unstable. Well, maybe they're kind of unstable as well. Let's see. Yeah, so I just came across with the bare bones of my stuff. I was able to do some personal readings, but I'm not on my own time anymore. Hardest thing about moving back home. Anyways, The energy towards you, they feel like you're so far away. Like there is this barrier that's between you guys. And it feels like both of you guys wanting to be together, but feels like treacherous waters. Like getting towards you is not going to be any kind of cakewalk or walk in the park. The energy towards you. It feels like some kind of master student kind of thing. But this is also them kind of working hard because it feels like the Eight of Pentacles energy that's in this deck. And it feels like they're being guided to work on this connection. Could be ascended masters that are with them, their gatekeeper guides, but this guide could be an ancestor because we have the tree here having their back, and for me trees are always connected to our ancestral tree. So it feels like their guides, both their guides and their ancestors, they're trying to convey this message to work on this connection and that all is not lost. So this is a don't give up kind of energy, which is interesting because I think the last reading we did was the conversation between the soulmates, the twin flames, and the energy that was there was DF, saying goodbye, disconnecting, and DM saying don't go, right? And feeling kind of like that all is lost, but this their guide saying, it's not lost, and if you do work on it, maybe it'll come back around. Okay. All right, let's look at what we have here. Seven of Swords in reverse. It is about truth, epiphanies, which the moon can also bring. All right, let's see these unexpected. Who are these unexpected visitors? Oh my God. Well, it's the Ace of Wands. So whoever these unexpected visitors are, they're telling your person to take control of their life, right? Take their power back, right? Make a move, take action. That's the message that they've been getting. And who are these persons? Okay, we have a King of Swords in reverse now. The King of Swords in reverse, he's a narcissist, and he's the overt narcissist. When you think about narcissism, this is the King of Swords in reverse. Let me get another card just to clarify. And we have the Four of Swords in reverse. They're telling your person take action, but it might not be the action that your person wants to take. Whoever these unexpected visitors are, and let me ask Spirit, are they energetic or 3D? These are 3D, Knight of Cups, maybe even a love interest. Okay, they're telling your person to take action, but it feels like the action that they're telling your person to take might be action towards them. This is a love interest, guys. This is a love interest. This is someone that is interested in your person, but they're not coming through with the energies that they have your person's best interest at heart. They are only thinking about their self-interest. And it feels like they've seen your person in some kind of mental slump or something like that. And they're trying to, pick your person up, cheer them up. But it's not working. Spirit, is just one person? No. It's several persons. It feels like everybody has something to say. There's a Nine of Swords, and swords is speech. So it feels like your person is being bombarded. Look at the birds there, and birds often bring messages. So right now, your person is being bombarded with a whole lot of people, right? Some of them are love interests. Some of them, all of them might be narcissistic energy. They feel your person, kind of pulling back their energy from them. And they're trying to motivate your person, cheer your person up, but your person's not having it. In fact, their encouragement is making your person like slump even deeper into their anxiety, into their depression. So it feels like these are unexpected but also unwanted visitors. Okay. Now, the energy towards you is that they want to work on this connection. They're being encouraged to work on this connection by their spirit guides. It feels like they've given up. We have the King of Wands in reverse. They've given up. And they won't take in any action towards you. But spirits tell them to reach out. Page of Cups. Spirits tell them to reach out. All is not lost. Reach out. Now, when your person thinks about you and they think about this connection, where's their mind at? We have the Five of Cups. Their mind is at, I fucked up. Right? I threw this connection away. I've lost them forever. This is where their mind is at. Their mind is at regret. Right? And lamenting everything that happened. Their mind is thinking about what they were doing in the past. And it feels like they were in and out of your life. Right? They might have been spreading the love around. Right? We might be tapping into some sort of player energy. So it looks like they're looking back on the past and they're really regretting what happened there. We have Eight of Cups. They're thinking about, it looks like they may have walked away from you. Right? So they're thinking about that. And again, a lot of grief, a lot of regret, and just disappointment at themselves. But they still want to fight for this connection. We have the Seven of Wands here. Okay, so it looks like they have been like revisiting the past, right? And I think that's why these people here that have been reaching out to them are unwelcome visitors, because they don't want anybody's company right now. They just want to be by themselves and listen to what their soul is telling them. So far, it looks like they have been, just kind of slumped. It feels like they feel like defeated. And this is a strange position for your person to be in, because it looks like they've always been kind of cocky. But they're just, look at what have I done? And that's what they keep asking themselves. What have I done? What did I do? How did I get myself into this, right? Remember that cartoon? They messed up, and it feels like it's only now the full weight of that has finally rested on them. I think that maybe they were able to distract themselves with other things and other people for a long time. But now that they've been spending more time alone and really listening to what's been coming through, it feels like there's just a lot of regrets, a lot of shame involved. Let's look at their heart space energy for you. What are they feeling when they think about you and this connection? What's going through their heart space? Now, in the extended, we're going to look at their thoughts and feelings for the karmic energy at this time, if there's one attached to your connection. So that reading's not going to be for everybody, okay? What do they feel in their heart? Well, that sums it up. They feel love. They feel love, but if there's an energy of, is it too late? All right, their heart space energy for you. We have melancholy. We saw that, right? So it feels like they're depressed, and I feel like it is connected to the moon's energy, because the moon can drag up everything that we might try to suppress in our waking consciousness. The moon just brings it all to the fore. Everything that you don't want to look at, that moon will drag up. We have death. So they feel like this is over. They feel like, you know what, they did the most, and this is their just desserts. What else are they feeling? We have merchant. They want to know if they can sell themselves to you again. They can come back and market themselves to you. But this is also the energy of someone waiting for something to come back around, waiting for their ships to come in. So it feels like they might be adopting a wait and see approach to see if there's any hope in the situation. But it feels like they're ready to go. And then we have here letter. What are they feeling? They feel like reaching out. They feel like communicating with you, and letting you know what is on their heart. Let's ask Spirit, why are they sad? Yeah, because you're gone. Queen of Cups in reverse. They feel like they've lost you. They feel like, you know what, this is it, right? This time, this is it. No more chances. They feel like they've struck out. Okay? They feel like this connection is finally dying. Six of Pentacles in reverse. They recognize that they were breadcrumbing you, and they see, you know what? You ain't taking it anymore, you're gone. Which is exactly what you told this person in our last reading, Lover's Lane. So they're there waiting to see if it'll come back around. And for some of them, they might be actively trying to manifest you spiritually. Okay, we have the Magician here. They want to reach out and they want to tell you how they're feeling. Okay, because you are calling to them. Look at you here in the energy of the goddess of the moon, right? You are calling to them. So I think maybe that's why they were staring at that moon too, because they felt your energy. They felt the moon's energy. And, they just cannot forget you. Now, you are still interested in this person because you're watching this reading, right? You wouldn't waste your time otherwise, or your bandwidth. They are still interested in you, clearly. So what is blocking this connection at this time? If you are interested in them and they are interested in you, what is blocking this connection? We have the Five of Swords. And this is the energy of conflict, but it could also be the energy of mental conflict. Maybe both of you guys, you're just in two minds about the whole situation. Yeah, they love you, you love them, but there might be the past, it might be the mind games that was played there, and each person might be hesitant. There might be other people that might be involved. So it feels like, there's mental blocks, but there might also be 3D or situational blocks that may also be there. It might be other people. What's blocking this connection? We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. It feels like both of you guys are going through some sort of upheaval at this time. For some of you, it might be an upheaval in your finances. You might be changing jobs. You might be moving like me, right? So there are things that are just kind of up in the air, taking up your attention, and so you may not be focusing on the relationship for you and for them. What might be blocking this connection? We have the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, and the Two of Swords for me goes to the Ace of Swords. So what's blocking the connection? Maybe non-communication. Both of you guys aren't speaking what's on your heart because you're afraid to put yourself out there. You're afraid of being hurt. You're afraid of being taken advantage of. You're afraid of your words being misconstrued, whatever it is. But it feels like there's a conversation that needs to be had here between both of you guys, because you guys are sitting in separate corners, thinking the most, thinking the worst, and the truth of the matter may not be coming out. What's blocking this connection? We have Death card in reverse. Certainly somebody could be experiencing a death in the family. They could be grieving, but this is about transformation and change. So it feels like everything is like, just imagine a snow globe, and all the time it's there kind of sitting dormant. Maybe the energy was stagnant, and Spirit saying, you know what? Let me shake them to fuck up. So everything is kind of up in the air, and maybe both of you guys are waiting for things to settle within your life in order to make a decision as to how to approach this situation going forward. But it feels like just a lot of upheaval, a lot of fluidity, and nothing has really kind of settled as yet. Okay? All right. Now, based on what we are seeing here, what can we expect will be your person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? So in the extended, we will use the same format for the karmic relationship, and we'll ask what can we expect from that connection within a month as well. All right, so based on what we're seeing here, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So that's non-action again, but this can also be a karmic energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and that's showing up as a dependable person. We have the Ten of Swords. That's a lot of pain there. And we have the King of Swords in reverse. So what I'm getting here is a progression, right? I think that as the month progresses, or as it begins, they're going to be in this energy of non-action, okay? Non-action and maybe even no communication, but it will be them kind of wallowing in their grief, wallowing in their pain, because they think that this relationship with you is over, right? They think that it's done. It's done. But I feel like they're going to finally reach out, okay? And with a lot more stable energy than before. So you are going to hear from this person within a month's time. They are going to reach out. And it's not going to be a psychic reach out. Knight of Pentacles, he's about the ground. He's grounded. Okay? What does Spirit want you to do right now? What's Spirit's advice for you? And underneath we have grace. Right? So know that you are enjoying the guidance and the favor of the divine right now. And where you're heading, you're going to be happy. Either way, you're going to be happy. Okay? What Spirit's advice for you? We have bravado, warrior guides. And it feels like Spirit is saying, when this person does reach out, or even if they don't, Spirit is saying, now is the time to be brave, even if you have to fake it to make it, right? You have to be courageous, right? Now is not the time to, shirk or shrink back. Now is the time to live out loud and show people who you really are. Now it says here, warrior guide, so it feels like you're being protected as you do this. So let's see what this means. All right, bravado, warrior guides. It says rebellion, liberation, courage, and resistance. Does everything inside you rebel against authority, making you want to scream, "You can't control me"? If so, it's true. No one can control you unless you agree to it. The fact that you don't allow others to control you anymore is a sign of progress. It means that you are moving away from a world of dependency and you are claiming your personal authority as a self-directed, conscious soul ready to take responsibility for yourself. Challenging the authority figures in your life is a necessary step in your growth. However, you must realize that not everyone or everything in your path is necessarily working against you. Ask your warrior guides for the courage to challenge what oppresses you, and for the wisdom to know when to respect authority. Your warrior guide's message is stand up for what is important to you and ask for it. However, don't fight for its own sake. Respect the leadership and rights of others as well. Okay, so it feels like you are going to be faced with a situation where you have to balance your needs and someone else's. And Spirit is saying this is when you tap into your discernment. And you don't have to fight against whatever is happening just for fighting's sake. You fight against it because it might be detrimental to you. But if it's not detrimental to you, Spirit is saying, then sometimes you have to lead and sometimes you have to follow. And it might be the opportunity to follow Spirit's guidance. someone else's guidance, someone else's lead, and there may come a time where you have to lead and you have to show the way, right? But Spirit is saying, ask Spirit for the discernment to figure out which is which. Okay. All right, my love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care. If you're interested in finding out what's happening in the third party or karmic relationship, you can join me in the extended, either on Patreon or as a single link. All right, my loves. Take care.